shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
And it begins. We kick off a wet, colder pattern today. I'll show you how much rain we'll see today and for the rest of the week.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Did you catch this? The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl 59 champions.
We earned this. We fought a good fight.
We'll show you how fans are reacting to it all this morning.
Traffic shift in Raleigh will tell you the changes going into effect today on Durant Road. Oh, it is the Monday after the Super Bowl. It's a little cruel and unusual punishment to have a work day after such a big event, right?
Agreed.
But we are here. We are here for you. Good morning. I'm Renee Chu.
I'm Jeff Hogan. Can't change it. No. So we're here. We're going to power through. We're glad you're with us, certainly.
With a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, no doubt. Whatever it takes on Monday. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now, and a rainy start, too.
Exactly. And not only is it the Monday after Super Bowl, but it's a really nasty Monday weather-wise, too. Some light patchy rain out there right now from Raleigh Eastern. That's sliding east. Most of the rain that we see today will be during the morning hours, but we have a lot of rain to come this week. So right now we're seeing some showers from Clayton to Rocky Mount to Wilson, back over toward Greenville and Williamston and out of the viewing area. So it's fairly patchy. We follow it through Futurecast. Futurecast is showing a little bit more right now than we're actually seeing, but you can see as we head through the morning that rain dissipates, slides eastward, and that's really going to be it for today. But we have a lot more coming. As a matter of fact, we have a weather alert day for tomorrow, because tomorrow morning we could have a little wintry mix near the Virginia line. Right now it's just messy out there. You can see the wet camera lens here in Cary as we take a look at the downtown Cary Park. It's a little breezy too, northeast wind at 10 miles per hour, and our temperature is 42, and that's about where we're going to stay. Just going to hold it in the low 40s up until the afternoon, where we may creep up to around 48, and that is cooler than normal for this time of year. So again, we're going to talk a little bit more about all the rain that we'll see this week and which days you're going to need your umbrella coming up.
Also today will be the first weekday for a traffic lane shift on a major North Raleigh road. Kelsey Coffey joins us from Durant Road this morning, where the DOT is starting construction there on a new bridge. Kelsey, good morning.
Jeff, good morning. For the first time today, this construction could impact your weekday morning commute. NCDOT says that all of this probably won't be complete at least for another 2 years. And businesses in this area have put out signs to direct customers through this construction zone. So far, crews have narrowed the lanes between Hawksmoor and Capitol Hills drives. Eventually, they will build a bridge that will lift Durant Road over the S line. That's going to be a new rail line that will connect Raleigh and Richmond. We spoke with business owners about how this road project will impact their day-to-day.
We're all kind of on our own trying to make it work despite the dust and the noise and the confusion and the cones.
NCDOT says they plan to work on this project in phases to avoid disrupting traffic in multiple areas all at once. But they say this project isn't expected to be complete until spring of 2027. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
This week, thousands of workers at the Amazon RDU1 warehouse in Garner will decide whether to unionize. WRAL's Laura Levine joins us live from Garner this morning. And Laura, there will be a vote happening today.
Renee, good morning. An upstart union is looking to represent more than 4,000 Amazon workers here at that RDU1 facility in Garner. You can see signs just like this that say RDU1 unite and win the fight. So over the weekend here, more than 100 workers rallied outside this very facility trying to gather support. By unionizing, the group hopes to receive higher wages, increased paid time off, paid lunch, and several other demands. The company pays workers in this facility a starting wage of $18.50 an hour and a top pay of $23.80 an hour. So the union here, they want to really be pressing right now for $30 an hour. We spoke with employees who tell us that they enjoy the work they do, but feel they deserve more.
No company is perfect. I understand that, but those imperfections are huge when it comes to the employee. Amazon's making the money. I think we helped them make double of what they made last year. We didn't get a Christmas bonus.
And WRAL did reach out to Amazon for a comment about this attempt to unionize. The spokesperson said, in part, the fact is Amazon already offers what many unions are requesting: safe, inclusive workplaces, competitive pay, and industry-leading benefits. So the National Labor Relations Board is overseeing this 6-day vote, which begins today, and then that final count will happen this Saturday on the 15th. Of course, we will continue to follow developments of this story. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Garner.
Philadelphia Eagles are waking up Super Bowl champs this morning, and they really dominated the Kansas City Chiefs, winning 40-22. The Chiefs were hoping to be the first team in NFL history to win 3 straight Super Bowls, but the Eagles ended those dreams quickly.
Be here without my teammates. You know, the effort, the determination everybody displayed to get to this point.
MVP Jalen Hurts right there, and this is the second Super Bowl win for Philadelphia. They beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in 2018.
America has experienced several major tragedies since the new year: a terror attack on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, wildfires in California, and several plane crashes. The victims, survivors, and first responders were honored several times ahead of the game. There was a special mention in the broadcast, a moment of silence before kickoff, and President Trump met with first responders. The search for a man thought to have been at the cliffs of the new state park in Wayne County will continue this morning. The sheriff's office says they started looking for Antonio Hernandez Sanchez Friday morning after his family reported him missing. He was last seen at Mount Olive Pickle Company on Thursday afternoon. His car was found at the state park where he likes to fish. Search teams were in the area trying to find him. Yesterday, a Highway Patrol helicopter joined in the search, but still no sign of Hernandez Sanchez.
We've learned a U.S. Marine from California was one of 4 people killed in a plane crash in the Philippines. Military officials say 22-year-old Sergeant Jacob Durham died in that crash Thursday. He was 22 years old. 3 defense contractors were also killed. The aircraft was on a routine mission at the time of that crash, and the cause is under investigation.
Police continue to search for a shooter after 4 people are shot in Raleigh. The shooting happened near the Apperly Grove Apartments along New Bern Avenue late Saturday night. This is video of the scene. You can see a nearby shopping center taped off. It's unclear what led to the shooting or if police have any suspects. All 4 victims are expected to survive. We'll continue to stay on top of this story and bring you updates as it develops.
Negotiations on the next stage of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas will begin this week. An Israeli delegation traveled to Qatar for further discussions. The U.S., Egypt, and Qatar are mediating these discussions. The first stage of the ceasefire began January 19th. It is meant to last 6 weeks. And yesterday, the Israeli military withdrew from an important corridor in Gaza as thousands of Palestinians returned to that region.
A community is remembering a girl who disappeared in North Carolina 25 years ago. 9-year-old Aisha Degree vanished on Valentine's Day in 2000. She was seen walking along a highway away from her family's home in Cleveland County in the early hours of the morning and has not been seen since. Every year, her family hosts a prayer walk to remind people to keep looking for Aisha.
I believe she's still alive, and until somebody can prove me wrong, I'm still going to believe that, because all I have is hope.
Evidence was discovered in connection to the case last year. Authorities said multiple items of interest were taken from the sites. Search warrants revealed that investigators believe she was a victim of homicide. No human remains have ever been recovered.
A heads up for people driving in Raleigh. A water main repair is extending the closure of Appliance Court until noon today. One eastbound lane is open there. The road is closed for westbound traffic, though. From Westinghouse Boulevard to Capitol Boulevard, that's the closure. And for people needing local access, westbound traffic can use the North Carolina Education Lottery parking lot to get where they're going.
Layoffs at Boeing. How this will affect the mission to get American astronauts back to the moon.
Growing bird flu emergency. The cases hitting New York City zoos.
Rounds of rain return, starting with this morning. This is a live look at Lewisburg, where you can see the streets are damp. We'll show you which parts of the state stand the highest chance of flooding.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
442. Here's where the rain is right now. We have some showers that are pulling out of the Triangle area and heading east, and that may end up being all the rain that we end up seeing today, but it's still going to be damp and chilly and a little breezy and cloudy. We're seeing some showers in Clayton over toward Rocky Mount, Wilson, and into Edgecombe County. So our rain chances today, definitely highest up until around 9 a.m., and then after that, we have just a 20% chance on in case we see a few sprinkles, but the bulk of it will be today. It's wet out there right now. Take a look at Raleigh. You've got the rain that's falling. That's a look at the legislative building, and of course the top of the tower here is lit in green for rain. So cold day today. Temperatures are in the 40s all day long. We're still at 44 at lunchtime and only 48 this afternoon. We'll talk more about tomorrow's weather alert day coming up.
Elizabeth, thanks. A lot of people were wondering whether Kendrick Lamar would perform his massively popular Drake diss track, Not Like Us, during the halftime show. He did, although he took out one of the words that prompted Drake to sue their shared record label, Universal Music Group. Adding more insult, tennis star Serena Williams, who once dated Drake, came out on stage to dance during the performance.
Taylor Swift was in the house, of course, to watch her boyfriend Travis Kelce play, and it was a tough night for both of them, really. Kelce and the Chiefs losing. She was also booed by the crowd at one point. She appeared to shake it off just fine, though.
Making Taylor Swift jokes. Come on. They already had a tough night, right? No, I'm kidding. I was going to show you some video here in the WRAL Live Center where you can see all these fans of the Philadelphia Eagles. They swarmed into the French Quarter in New Orleans, and they were buying all the swag they could. That clearly showed that for Super Bowl 59, the Eagles were the champions. So you'll see the people there wearing the chain, the eagle across it as well, the hats, the shirts, all of it, they're buying it because of their excitement. And in case you didn't know, in terms of what happens to the other gear, because the NFL will often, obviously, each time they make gear for both teams, that actually gets vetted in terms of seeing which organizations outside the North and South America might be able to best use the clothes, and then they're shipped overseas.
Interesting. Chris, thank you. Once again, a lot of big budget commercials aired during the game, many featuring major stars. Catherine O'Hara and Willem Dafoe teamed up to play pickleball in a Michelob Ultra ad. A Clydesdale foal returned to a Budweiser Super Bowl ad for the first time in more than a decade. And Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan had some fun with an iconic scene from their 1989 rom-com When Harry Met Sally in a Hellmann's mayonnaise commercial. And Seal, the singer, appeared as a singing seal in a Mountain Dew ad.
Pretty good stuff. And we're also taking a live poll with you this morning. We want to know, are you happy with how the Super Bowl played out? Your winner and or loser there. Did you like the game? Share your voice right now. Scan that QR code on your screen there or head to WRAL.com/yourvoice. And we will share the results coming up in our next half hour.
Yeah, 67% so far. We're happy with the outcome. Vice President J.D. Vance is on his first trip abroad since taking office. He left for Paris last night. Vance will attend the two-day AI Action Summit there, meeting with top government officials and tech CEOs. He will then travel to Germany for the annual Munich Security Conference.
Boeing says layoffs could be coming as it faces delays with its space rocket program. The company says it plans to lay off about 400 employees who are working on its space launch system for NASA's Artemis program. The Artemis program includes the effort to return American astronauts to the moon. Boeing says the job cuts are linked to NASA's revisions to its program and expected costs.
Take a look at this. A brush fire in Orange County closed a lane of I-40 near Chapel Hill. Troopers say about a half acre was burning yesterday afternoon, but firefighters were able to stop it from spreading. The fire caused a backup for a while, but all lanes are back open this morning.
Bird flu is hitting some of the country's most well-known zoos. The Wildlife Conservation Society is scrambling to protect other animals after they say 3 ducks died from bird flu at Queens Zoo. Now, 12 other birds died at the Bronx Zoo after possible exposure to the virus. Officials say they are still waiting for tests to confirm bird flu was the cause. On Friday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul ordered a week-long shutdown of all live poultry markets in the New York City area after 7 cases were detected during routine inspections. Experts say it is still safe to eat chicken and eggs that are fully cooked and to drink pasteurized milk as well. 4:47 right now on our Monday as we get things started. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Some rain in our area, a little inconvenient today.
Yeah, wet and chilly out this morning. Just a little bit of light patchy rain at this point, and the bulk of that will be out of our viewing area as most people get out on the roads this morning. We'll zoom in here and you can take a look. That rain moving pretty much out of Wake County, minus just this little shower here. Northern part of Johnston County, Rocky Mount, Wilson, over toward Edgecombe County, seeing those light showers right now. We'll walk through it on Futurecast, and you can see a little bit of light patchy rain right now at 6 a.m., which, another hour or so. The bulk of it is gone, and, it's pretty much out of the viewing area by around 8 or 9 o'clock. We will see cloudy skies for the remainder of the day. Futurecast trying to show maybe a few breaks in the clouds this evening. I wouldn't count on that. This kind of pattern really gets locked in, and it's really hard to see any clouds breaking up. We may not see any sunshine until Friday. So a big issue could be for us, I say big issue, interesting issue, I should say, because it does not look like it's going to be anything that causes any real issues, really real problems. At 7 a.m. on Tuesday, we start to see precipitation rolling in, and it is likely to be a bit of a mix from the Triangle area northward, mainly north of I-85. It could be some freezing rain, some rain mixing with a little bit of snow, and so we do have a weather alert day for tomorrow. Most of us will see widespread rain after 7 o'clock. Our flooding risk is not huge for tomorrow, but we may see some icy conditions in our northern counties north of I-85, especially bridges. That's what we would be watching most closely. In Cary this morning, it is wet. There's a look at the town park there, 42 degrees right now. We're just going to hold it right about here. Look at this beautiful sunshine here. David Koffner from Moore County sent us these really pretty little cirrus clouds, and we're not going to see any sunshine for a while. But if you have a photo you'd like to share, go to WRAL.com/report it. 30s in Roxborough and South Hill, but above freezing. Elsewhere, low to mid 40s right now. Around town, just 48 in Raleigh, 47 in Durham, and 50 in Fayetteville for our highs this afternoon. It's going to be chilly. 48 today, 40 Tuesday, 43 Wednesday, 65 on Thursday. The temperatures do bump, but we'll also potentially throw in some thunderstorms there. You look at the 7-day forecast. Friday, Valentine's Day, is the only day that looks dry.
Elizabeth, thanks. A massive PlayStation outage, the warning for users of other streaming services after gamers across the world were locked out of their accounts for hours.
And Super Bowl did stop people from going to the movie theaters. We'll tell you which movies topped the box office this weekend.
Overnight ramp closures will impact travel on the newly opened extension of the Triangle Expressway this week. NC 540 eastbound exit 39 to access NC 50 Benson Highway and westbound exit 43 to access Old Stage Road are scheduled to temporarily close to traffic overnight Tuesday and Wednesday. The exit ramps will close each night from 10 p.m. through 5 the following morning. Detours will be in place for drivers.
Busy weekend for award shows in Hollywood. David Daniel with some of the big winners.
Hi, I'm Annie. You don't have cash? Let's go to the ATM.
A huge weekend for Anora. Sean Baker's comic drama took top honors from the Directors Guild of America, the Producers Guild of America, and the Critics' Choice Awards. Ramel Ross won the DGA's first-time feature film honors for Nickel Boys.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot took the PGA's prize for animated film, and it cleaned up at the Annie Awards, honoring the best in animation. It took home 9 trophies, including Best Feature. The Latvian film Flow received 2 Annies for Best Writing and Best Independent Animated Feature. Both films are up for the Oscar for Animated Feature Film.
Let's see, no one wants to hear what a kid wrote last month.
Well, I like your songs.
And a complete unknown was the top honoree at AARP The Magazine's Movies for Grown-Ups Awards. The Bob Dylan film, which is up for 8 Oscars, was named Best Picture for Grown-Ups and Best Time Capsule. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It was a tough weekend for people hoping to play some video games. PlayStation servers crashed for nearly 24 hours. Users started experiencing issues Friday night. They were unable to access games that were stored online or their accounts. After nearly a day of people complaining online and significant others who don't game rejoicing, PlayStation Network is back up and running. Experts say even if you're not a gamer, outages like this should be something to pay attention to.
Cloud outages can affect anyone. It was gaming now, but it could be your email. It could be your photo service. It could be the service that provides your cellular connectivity.
PlayStation said on social media the problem was an operational issue, and all PlayStation Plus members will receive an additional 5 days of service.
Well, Super Bowl ruled the TV dial with viewers yesterday, but plenty of people still went to the theaters this weekend. Dogman is still the top dog at the box office. The animated family film made $13.7 million for a 10-day domestic total haul of $54 million. Valentine's slasher flick Heart Eyes opened in the theaters, running in the runner-up slot, making $8.5 million. Love Hurts, starring Ke Huy Quan, it came in third place, debuting nearly $6 million.
The Eagles are heading back to Philadelphia as Super Bowl champions. Here's a live look at the Superdome in New Orleans in Eagles green. We have new reaction from fans coming up at 5.
And betting on the game, the excitement here in North Carolina for fans who got to place money on their favorite team.
And new tariffs, the announcement President Trump will make today about steel and aluminum. And a reminder about our live poll. We are asking, are you happy with the Super Bowl winner? Oh, more and more people weighing in. We've got 84% saying yes, they're happy the Eagles are the champs. Share your voice right now by scanning the QR code on your screen or head to WRAL.com/yourvoice.